quarter after. A little early. We're a little early. Good morning, everyone. Just turned this on, so let's get the voice going. Yeah, dog. Dog on. We are ready to roll. Here's my little funny song. Mic's on. I think we're all good. All right, it is taking me a little bit longer to get ready now that I have this mic. So I know they're probably sitting in the bakery going, why is it taking Craig so long to leave? All right, let's turn the lights on. All right, so here's where we are. It is Hampstead, Maryland. We are 31 degrees, so it's not as bad as yesterday. It actually feels pretty warm. When it's been 17, 31 feels pretty good. So now, supposedly, it's going to snow a little bit this morning. We're supposed to get some snow showers and then a little bit more. So I don't know whether we're going to see that or not. We've got 2 deliveries to make. They're both in the van. So it's probably about a 2-hour trip, round trip. And so we'll see. I think I got everything's good. We're all. Everything's in the truck. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. We're all good. Have you ever, this is going to sound weird, but this morning, just now, I was walking around in the bakery getting my delivery put together. And do you know that smell? If you've ever been to Disney World and you go like into a food, in any restaurant, any kind of food place like that, there's a certain smell. I mean, it's good, obviously. It better be good because you're in a food place, but there's a certain smell in a Disney restaurant. And I'm talking about in the parks. I would imagine if you're in, one of their resort hotels and stuff, in those restaurants, they probably smell like regular restaurants. But this conversation is starting to sound kind of weird. But anyway, that's what it smells like. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the baking. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess why that is. But little update. If you watched our last episode, we had the light come on about the tire pressure. It is still on. However, when I'm done with this run today, assuming we survive, it'll be picked up by the service guy. The service guy is coming at 8 o'clock, so he's coming in 3 hours. He's going to pick it up, and I think it was something they had talked about getting tires anyway. So I'm going to get 4 new tires. So it's good to know that I may be out on the road in a snowstorm with old bad tires. That's good to know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be in the middle of a snowstorm. But yes, I am probably driving on the last moments of these tires. But I checked. All the tires look fine. The pressure, I didn't go out there with a gauge, but I kicked them, which is just as good. And they all look pretty good. So I think the issue is not with a tire, but it's with the sensors, maybe. That was sort of the message that I got from the little warning light that comes up. I will say this is a Ram van, and their little dash warning system tells you stuff. Sometimes it's a little vague. Sometimes it's a little annoying. But it's all there. It's all there for your own good. you know? Like it tells you that there's ice, the roads are icy when the temperature is 37 degrees. But like I started it up this morning, it didn't tell me. So I think it's when it's right at that threshold. I don't know. In my personal opinion, you should be prepared for ice in any wintry temperatures, near freezing or below, right? So we're going to Lenny's. They have a pretty normal size delivery today. I did not listen. I didn't really get a chance to look at my live stream from yesterday. So I know it sounds really dumb, right? But I got home and I took care of a couple of things, you know. I think did I feed AJ? I think I did feed AJ first. And then I got online and I was watching John driving daily, 529 or 592. I don't remember the numbers. It's in my description. But anyway, I was watching his channel, and when I tuned in, he was at an auto parts store, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? So he was having issues with the car starting. And at that point, it wasn't clear whether it was just the battery or what exactly it was. So there was a whole, I got drawn into this adventure of fixing the car. And then I didn't do anything else. That's all I did, was watch that. No, after that was all accomplished, I did go down, step away from the computer. I went downstairs and worked out. So I just watched part of it on TV. But because I was like, I got to do that. I can't just come home and not get anything done. So I did that. Of course, I was up a little later than I wanted to be. All right. Today I had one of those mornings. Like, remember yesterday morning I said, I'm feeling really smoked. You know, I was all excited. I'm almost there because most of my mornings are like that. But I am kind of like, I think I laid in bed with AJ. AJ is a dog, by the way. I laid in bed with AJ for a little bit longer than I should have this morning. So it was like one of those days where I was pushing all of my, I want to get, you know, I should get this done by this time and that time and blah, blah, blah. I should be out the door by, I was all caught up by the time it was time to leave the house. Because I sliced a little bit of time off of here, a little time off of here. It's one of those kind of mornings, you know. Got all the important stuff done. So I'm back on schedule now, but I really do have to start. I have to start going to bed at least by 8:30. I really do. That used to be the time that was in my head was like 8:30. But it's all good. It's all good. But if you really want to watch like a pretty I don't know how to explain it. Entertainment doesn't do it justice. It was kind of fun. I mean, I don't think it was fun for John, but it might have been, sort of. It was on the edge of fun for John because we were there. It was kind of, I love watching stuff like that because, like, is he going to turn the live stream off? I think most people would have. He didn't. So I'm like, okay. And then you're like, you know, I didn't know whether I should say, hey, John, you know, really don't worry about us, work on the car. I didn't do that because I'm like, he looked like he was, you know, focused. It's just kind of funny what goes through your mind. And but yeah, he fixed the car. Like, he didn't get it fixed. He actually fixed the car. There, I was watching it thinking, this is like a, you know, adventure movie. Showed us the part. He almost like taught us how to change a starter. What's that? Low tire pressure, low. Here we go. Rear right. Tire pressure. Low. Rear right. Oh, now it's telling me. Did you hear that little beep? Now the dash is telling me that it is the rear right. Rear right. So when we get down to Lenny's, I'll take a closer look at that tire. But none of them looked particularly bad. And it is very likely that this is just because the temperatures dropped so much yesterday and it might have been right on the edge of being too low. But if we have to, I'll put air in it. In a way, I kind of don't. If it looks okay, I think I might not put air in it for the purpose of letting him see what this little warning was. Because yesterday it said something about the tire system. Now today, it's just saying right tire. Right double R. Yeah, so I don't know whether you could hear me when I was making my deliveries. I'm not sure. I know the mic was working because I tested that while I was driving. But and the other thing that was kind of interesting was in this live stream yesterday, he's been having like 100, 120. I mean, it kind of fluctuates, I guess, from 80 to 120, right? Like that's how many viewers are usually watching. It's kind of funny. You go through, when I started watching, it was probably 30s, like up to 50 maybe. But it kind of maintains the same level, and then slowly goes up. But I think it was like in the 80s as far as the number of viewers. And then the car thing happened. And for a long time, we were just looking at his seat. Like he had the camera turned around so it was facing into the car. And he was working with the it was AutoZone, which is where we were. So he was talking to them, coordinating all of that. So there was a long period of time where we were just looking at the seat. And the number of viewers stayed the same or even creeped up a little bit. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I mean, we did have a chat going on. So if somebody popped in and they saw the car, the first thing they'd be thinking is, well, what the heck is this? And then if they started looking at the chat, they probably, got sucked into the whole story. But it was kind of fun. It was interesting to see that. And then when he started working on the car, that's when we went up to 100. We got above 100 for almost the rest of the ride. I think it was the rest of the ride. So anyway, interesting. Right rear. I think if I put air in that tire, I bet you the little warning light goes away. it looks even slightly low, I will probably do that. You know, I'll probably put air in it. Ooh, oh yeah, look at that. Turn green. We have that guy on the oncoming traffic to thank for that. Something in the road. Not sure what that was. Yesterday, while I was walking on the treadmill, watching the live stream, at one point AJ brought a ball into the room and dropped it. That's his signal. He brings a ball in, tennis ball, he drops it next to the treadmill, and then he just looks up. I mean, that's his move. So I didn't react fast enough, and he went and got another ball. Sometimes he just picks up the same ball and drops it again. So, you know, I had to. He's low key about it, but he's insistent. He's very much like his mother. His mom, her name is Shelby. She's in the videos, the puppy videos. She was the best dog mom ever. But she used to do the same kind of thing. But she would get up on the treadmill. She would try to get on the treadmill if I didn't act fast enough. I could never teach them how to walk on the treadmill, though. Oh, we got turns. Come on, pass me, you son of a. I would like to train AJ. Well, not really, because I only have one treadmill. If I had another little treadmill next to me, I would like to train AJ how to walk on a treadmill. I think that would be fun. So like on those 20-degree days, we could just hang out and walk on treadmills together.
Cooking Show says Craig.
Hey, good morning.
Nightis Cooking Show says, how is the driving?
So far, so good. I've got one tire that supposedly the pressure's low, but we're winging it. You didn't see John, the driving daily.
This Cooking Show says snow is cold.
Snow is cold. That's correct. You didn't get on John's live stream yesterday, did you? I don't remember seeing you on there.
This Cooking Show says that's good.
Snow is good. It's supposed to snow a little bit anytime now, but like very light. I don't think they're expecting much. Maybe an inch. I think it'd be kind of cool if it starts snowing toward the end of my run. All right, listen. This guy's just not keeping up with the traffic, you know what I'm saying? a Saturday morning, so I don't have any of the commuter traffic today. Clear sailing. How's everything there? Do you have good weather? I imagine you do. Subway station. So the subway is on our left, and on the right, the big building on the right was the parking garage for the subway. Used to park in there. They've built up a whole little I don't want to say it's well, I was going to say it's a little town. It's not quite big enough to be called a town, but they have a whole, around that parking garage that we just saw, there are shops, some restaurants, and they did build some, I guess you'd call them condominiums. I know people buy them. They're not apartments. So I guess they're condominiums is what you would call them. But it's a relatively small area, but it's got like everything right there. I think the idea was you could live there and work downtown and you wouldn't really need a car. Now, the idea of living without a car is not appealing to me whatsoever. But I realize some people like that, and that would be, so you could work downtown, live there, and I don't think they have a grocery store. There is a grocery store like within less than a mile, but as long as you ate out all the time, it'd be a very expensive life. I think there's a hotel there too. We have a couple communities where, like back in the 80s, I think it was the 80s when they were like building these, planned communities. And the one in Maryland is one of the big ones in Maryland is called Columbia, Maryland. It's right between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. And it was I think the builder, his name was Rouse, something Rouse, and it's huge. I mean, that is an actual town. It's really grown up quite a bit, but it sort of sat in a very prime location where it was easy to get on the highway. Washington, D.C. You could get to either city in less than an hour. A lot less than an hour. Probably close to a half an hour. It's also pretty close to the airport, BWI, Baltimore, Washington International Airport. So you can be at the airport in 10 minutes. It's very close to the airport. It was like the ideal, if you were building the city, oh man, we just missed this light. If you this, I used to play Sim City, and now there's a different game. It's called Cities, Skyline Cities, or something like that. I haven't played it for a long time. Obviously, can't even remember the name. But I like that better than Sim City now. I don't think Sim City kind of went into the Sims. So instead of building a city, they started focusing on the people. And it changed a little bit. But I don't like license-free music where they sing. But if you were building a city like Sim City, you would build a Columbia, because you'd be like, oh, this is the perfect place for this, and I can build it, that kind of thing. Basically, that's what I think his name was Jack Rouse, not Roush. Roush is the NASCAR guy. It was Rouse, and that's basically what he did. He liked playing Sim City before it was a game. And he had the money to do it. Like in Sim City where you have fake money, he had the real money. I think we're going to go soon. Just got that. There we go. Rattling a lot. That was the other thing. So the other thing I want to check when I listen to this video is whether you can hear, like right now the trays are rattling quite a bit, but I wanted to know whether that background noise is reduced. And I know you can adjust that, like you can adjust how much it picks up. I'm still wearing the microphone on my shirt, because I was going to test this again to see when I walk in the buildings, because I kind of thought that was cool. Normally, when I get out of the van and I'm going to go in to deliver I say donuts, but it's really a lot more than donuts. Donuts just make me feel so cheap. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's more than just donuts. We're donuts and beyond. But I wanted to, if you can hear me, then when I get out of the van, I don't really have to stop talking. I don't have to stop talking. That kind of sounds funny when you say that. All right, we're almost here. We are almost here. Oh, the bread guy's here. He's knocking on the... Oh, he got in. Now the question is... He's got my parking spot, that bastard. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to park over here. Because... there's another spot over here where I can get... Let's go right here. This is where I end up going anyway when I got the rack, so why not? Why not just load it up right there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. All right. See, like right now, I don't have to say, well, I'll be right back. You can just follow me. Let's see. Hopefully you will hear me. How you doing? Good. You took my parking spot. Well, this is good. At least I don't have to knock on the door. You gonna watch TV?
Oh,
Good morning. This is about as far as I go in here. So if you can still hear me, we're good. You know what I mean? This brick guy. Thank you. Good. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's make sure that's in the right spot. Here, let me grab you. Might as well show you what's going on here, right? So basically, that's the bread guy, right? So he's loading up. That's where I would normally be sitting. I'm over here, but see, I got to walk around here anyway. There's my little rack. Yeah, baby. Beauty, isn't it? And there's all my stuff. So that's what I'm putting into. Got to load that up and then roll it into the deli. All right. Anyway. Okay. Now, the trick here is I got to put this thing. We don't want that rolling off, you know what I'm saying? That would be a disaster. And it really does look. Push it over here. There we go. All right. Cookies. One time, I think Bob warned me that if you have this sitting next to the van in the parking lot, I think one time it went rolling across the parking lot while he was filling it up, which would be great to see. Probably make a great video, but not so good for here. Every day. Look, the bread guy's gone. He's gone. Did you see him ride by? Did he run? I think he did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He's going to go by again, too. Last but not least, we got one of these cakes has Eddie is 37 written on it. So I don't know who Eddie is. I hope he's not watching this video because it's going to spoil the surprise. All right. We're good there, yes. Eddie, wherever you are, you made it, man. You're 37 years old, you son of a gun. Let's all sing for Eddie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eddie. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your cake. All right, here we go. I swear these shoes, I told you I bought new shoes. They're actually working out quite good. So far so good. I'm a one shoe kind of guy, so if these things make it, the shoes I wear for the rest of my life. Oh. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, they did need some stuff. I'm looking at their cabinet. They're getting a little low. I must have been busy yesterday. Where'd he go? All right, man. Have a good day. All right, am I done? We have completed delivery number 1. Oh, there's one. Let me throw this away. Boom. Yeah, I don't know where he went. The brake guy's down there, making another delivery in the shopping center. We don't do bread. We do treats. I mean, I guess we got some bread stuff, but not like bread. He's down there. That's our bread guy. Just up there a second ago. We are on our way to Eldersburg. That's how we roll. Speaking of rolls, he's got rolls. I don't have rolls. I got cake. Where's my key? There we go. Oh, I was going to look at the tire. Let me look at it. Whoa. Right tire pressure low. All right, let me look at it. Yeah, look, I'll show you guys. Right would be the passenger side. See, that looks fine to me. There's nothing wrong with that. Get the angle. We're fine. I mean, you know what? Any other time I would. Ooh, they had a problem. That's new. I don't see any hair on it, but it looks like a deer, doesn't it? Anyway, what was I gonna say? And yeah, you know what? That tire looked okay. Okay, and when I say okay, I mean okay because in 4 hours there are going to be new tires on this car and on this van anyway. So, what's the point of putting air in it? It's kind of silly. It's the way I look at it. You all agree?
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here, California.
Hey.
Hi, Craig.
What's up, Craig? Sounds weird, right? What's up, Craig? Not much. How are things? You're up early. What the heck? Or are you up early or are you up late? All right, we're gonna go. Here we go. Where am I going? Oops. I don't want that. There we go.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here, up early.
Up early. Wow. So what time? So it's 2. Oh, so you're actually yeah, I got up at 2:30. Is that normal for you? I get up at 2:30 every day. So you're 2:51 right now, right? Yeah. Wow, you're right behind me. You're the West Coast version of Craig.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here couldn't sleep. No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Okay. Couldn't sleep. Well, that's not good. Are you feeling all right? Are you sick? Are you worried about something? Or is it none of my business?
Gate says I'm dropping off a Walgreens.
It's making me think you're sick. What part of California are you in? Is it warm where you are?
Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. Yes, haha, I usually get up at 4 a.m. but I have a cold.
Oh. Before I started doing this, I used to get up at 3:30. 3:30 was my time most of my life. Well, I mean most recently. Look, we're getting a little bit of flurry action. Do you see that in the headlight? Every now and then. We're supposed to get snow showers, and they were supposed to begin around 6 o'clock. So.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Northern California between Stockton and Sac.
Oh, okay. It's nice up there. Definitely nice up there. Yeah, we're getting some snow here. I'm in Maryland.
Basmore 9192 says good morning, Craig. Just going to be listening.
All right, cool. Good morning. Listening is cool. Just enjoy the ride. It is starting to, I guess this is technically called a snow shower. But there definitely is a little bit of something coming down, but it's basically nothing. It's just for appearances only. But it's supposed to get a little bit heavier later this morning. I don't think
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. Hi.
Hi. Is that another Craig? No, that's the same Craig. Is that another Craig? What is going on?
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. We have 36 here in fog.
36 and fog. Well, that's cool. 36 is a, it's above freezing. Well, you know what? This is bizarre. I just looked at the car. It was 36 degrees.
At Kim and Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. Same one, okay.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if there was a different number in there. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty funny. It's 36 here too. Look, we're both 36 degrees. Do you see that? I don't know. It shows on the left-hand side there. I think it's blurry when I try to look at the speedometer. The dash info. The funny thing is, I mean, I don't have to really worry about it because even if it started snowing a lot right now, it wouldn't be a problem because I'll be back in the bakery in about an hour.
Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. Nice to meet you, Craig Maryland.
That's me. That was funny the way she said that. What? Was that light incredibly short or was that just me? Was I sitting in the green light? I don't think I was, right? I looked up, that light was green for like 2 seconds. Not even that.
Dash Mark Berto says hello from France. Just popping in.
Hey, good morning, or I guess it's morning here. Good afternoon. According to my calculations, you're probably around noon. So good morning. I'm over here on the east coast of the U.S. in Maryland. They call it mid-Atlantic, so we're kind of like in the middle.
Dash Mark Berto says it's like midday here.
Yeah, you're a little ahead. You're a little ahead of us. It'd be kind of cool if the snow picked up a little bit. That would be something. But I know that because they're going to put new tires on this van when I'm done with this ride today. So that indicates to me that these are pretty old tires. I think he said they have about 70,000 miles on them, maybe. I think that's what he told me yesterday. So if that's the case, I really don't want to be driving this van in a really heavy snowstorm. Although I did once. It wasn't heavy, but it was slick. And I'm glad I didn't know at that point that the tires were as old as they are. So I would have been a little more paranoid about that trip. We made out fine, but you know what I mean.
Dash Mark Berto says put all weather tires on.
I know. I just got my car. I just got new tires, and I think these tires are decent on the van.
For those of us watching,
it would be. I did that once. I mean, there wasn't. I think I had that on cam. We had snow in this early mid-December, and there's one section of the ride where we're kind of coming through the country land, through the farms on both sides, and the wind blows the snow across the road, so it was pretty slick. There was at one point where a car had kind of slid off, and I mean, it wasn't like a hard. Another car had stopped, was helping them, but they definitely were. They were going to need a tow truck. This never feels like a real turn. Technically, I guess I'm making a right-hand turn. But in my opinion, that was straight. The good thing about snow is it doesn't mess up the windshield quite so bad. Janet, I got a new microphone. So I now have the microphone on my shirt. And I keep forgetting that. Even like when a little earlier, I was walking around with a camera showing the tire because I'm getting a low tire pressure warning on the truck, on the van. And I always feel like I have to talk toward the camera, because that's where the...
Pianet says it sounds great.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I had it yesterday, and I think you'll be able to hear when I walk into the restaurants. But I didn't have time yesterday.
Craig 306 Heat 9 says, Craig here, your mic sounds good.
Well, that's good. Thanks for letting me know, because I have no idea. I didn't check it yesterday when I got home.
Pianet says, and I don't hear the pans rattling as much.
That's what I wanted to know. I thought it would help that. You probably don't hear the music at all. But I wondered about the pans because it has different levels. You can drown out the background noises. I think I'm probably on the lightest fuzzy things you can put on it. To help like wind noise and stuff like that. It'll probably help with this bridge too. By the way, for our international viewers, this is the worst bridge in the United States of America.
Pianet says it has decreased the pan sound by 90%.
Wow, that's a lot. How about this? This is that horrible bridge. You never see them working on it, but the little barrels are there, and it gives you the illusion that they're working on it. But it never gets any better. Like it's the loudest bridge. I think if you drive across the Bay Bridge, it's not even that loud. And then there's a mini version of it coming up here. So the second bridge we're going to come up on here, this is the second worst bridge in the United States of America. Maybe an exaggeration, but I need to make my point. Here it comes. Like in the past, I would just stop talking when I went over this bridge because it was so loud. So if you can hear me at all right now, we've made an improvement. That's good. I'm definitely going to wear the mic from now on. Because the other noise that I worry about sometimes is...
Pianet says, have we lost sound or is it just me?
Uh-oh. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Last time it was just you. We had this problem once before, Janet. I remember. I think you must have a crazy mute button somewhere. Not mute. It's not mute, it's sound button. All my little indicators look like you can still hear me. Is there sound, guys? Can anybody hear me? $2.59 for gas. However, that's really $2.79. Okay, so don't get excited. They advertise the price that you pay if you get a car wash. So you get a 20%, you get a 20-cent discount if you buy a car wash. But the car wash is going to add more to the price of your fill up than if you just pay the 20 cents per gallon. It's a tricky little deal they got going on there. All right, now I'm curious. See, Janet sucks me into this. She tells me she can't hear me. Now, maybe it's true this time that my mic is out, but I'm going to test it when I get up to this. When I get to our second delivery, I'll check. The best way for me to check is
Gigianet says I can hear you now.
Ah, good. I wonder what happens. I don't know if that's me or you. I mean, I can check whether it's me because I can go back over the video and see.
Gigianet says I got out and got back in, so I'm good now.
Okay, good. I wonder what happens. That's weird. So did you hear me say that since I wear this on my shirt, I think you'll be able to hear me when I walk into the restaurant wherever I'm delivering. I think. I did it yesterday, and you would think that I would have gone home and listened to my video to see, what did it...
says it's definitely user error on my part.
Okay, that's cool. So from now on, when you say, did we lose sound, I'm just going to be like, I don't think so. And the next time it happens, so it'll really be me.
Gigianet says yes, I do hear you when you walk in.
Oh, you do? Okay. I think it might have cut it. Yesterday, I made a delivery to Gourmet Girls, and I think it might have cut out when I was in Gourmet Girls. The only reason I say that is because when I got back to the van, the light, there's a green light that tells me it's connected, and it was flashing blue, and then it turned green. So I think when I was at Gourmet Girls, which was my second stop yesterday, I think it may have disconnected because I went in, I had to drop something off in their refrigerator. So I imagine when I walked in that, basically a giant metal box, I probably lost the connection with the transmitter. All right. Why isn't there? Oh, I guess they don't open until 6:30, maybe. You know, that sign right there, their drive-through sign, they have to come outside and turn it on. I always think if I get here at 6:30, I should just turn it on for them. I don't know what they do. All right, let's see if they come out. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this microphone. The guy, John, on Driving Daily, he puts his on the visor. So if it doesn't really work out that I'm using, that I'm wearing it when I go into the, look, you can see the snow coming down, I think. It's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to call them. Hang on a second. I know you're going to lose the audio when I call. Let me get them out here. What? Here we go. All right, they are coming in. It's snowing. You know your drive-through thing. When do you turn that on? 6:30?
Yeah.
Oh. It's snowing. Yeah, maybe it'll start snowing a little bit harder. You know, why not now? I'll make it back no matter what.
Craycray 0689 says Frank here. It's snowing in Toronto, Canada now.
Oh, there you go. Snowing all over the world. Oh, I don't want to put that there unless I do this. Do that. Toronto, Canada. What's the temperature in Toronto? We had a croissant that didn't want to go. You know what I mean? Don't you hate that? They're in the car, they're all dressed up and ready, but then they decide they don't want to go. Okay. I'll have to read that. I heard that lady talking, but I couldn't tell what she said. All right, here we go. We're going in, ladies and gentlemen. Stay low, stay low. Oh, God. Do you hear that music? I forgot about the fact that sometimes they have music on. Might have to erase that when I get back. Good morning. Some trees. All right, guys, have a good one. I didn't think about that, you know? Like they play the music very loud in there when they're setting up. So you probably heard that. Probably have a copyright strike. No, I can go in and delete that actually. They have a way to YouTube has a way to erase the music in the background. It's kind of freaky. Toronto, Canada now. You see the top of that trash can? It's got snow on it. All right. Am I good? Okay. We got a few drops on this. Should I wipe them off? Yeah, I do that. Hang on a second. I'm just going to get rid of that. I know this is going to look stupid, but I'm going to do this real quick. Hopefully, stuff that hits the window will just fall off and won't pile up. You never know. Hey, it's nature. We cannot control it.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says I don't know what the temp is, but it's live stream in Toronto now.
Oh, you're watching a live stream up there? What do they call those people? I've watched a couple of the people that, what do they call that? When they go out and they're riding through storms? Storm trackers? Something like that? I mean, I thought they used to do that, or I only ever thought of it, let me put it that way. I only ever thought of that with like tornadoes. You got the people that go out and try to look for a tornado. But more recently, I have seen people doing that with snowstorms and stuff.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here, just like I am with you.
Another person, is it somebody making deliveries, or is it like a storm chaser type person? Because you got a combo here. I'm making deliveries and I'm chasing this storm. It's actually starting to snow, like snow.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here, they have live cameras.
Oh, right. Where you can watch. That's like, whoops. See, this road is going to be slick. Could be. Yeah, this is getting to the point where you got to be careful, I think. Can you see that there's tracks in the road? I mean, it's enough snow. It's probably slick enough right now that, like, if you made a sharp move, if you jerk the wheel or something, you'd probably spin out of control. I know, it sounds dramatic, but I do think that, like, right now, the roads are starting to get a little slick. If a deer ran in front of me right now, no chance. Deer's dead. No, those still cameras are pretty cool too. That's like there's one out there that, and Janet knows about this one too. We were watching this group of deer. I think it's in Maine. I think that's where that camera
Craig
is.
306 Heath 9 says Craig here, I ride along with truckers with cameras like you, and I can watch live trains that have live cameras.
Oh yeah, I do that too. That's actually, I was riding along. There's a guy out there called Ride Along Gang. Ride Along Gang is the name of the channel. I can't remember his name now. Is it Bob? Bill? maybe. Bill? I'm not sure. But he just drives an 18-wheeler across the country. And that's what I saw that, and that's what gave me the idea that, like, why wouldn't I just do that while I'm doing my deliveries? It's kind of cool. That's sort of what started me. And then, of course, you know, when you watch something like that, then the YouTube out.
Craig 306 Heath 9 says, Craig here. Yes, it's Bob.
Bob. Oh, so you know that guy. He had like the skeletons on his hood for a while there. Like when I started watching him in October, he had on the highway for an afternoon. Once you start watching it, YouTube starts suggesting all of those kinds of videos.
Craig 306 Heath 9 says, Craig here. Yes, T was for Halloween.
Yeah, okay, then you are looking at the same guy. He has a lot of people. Like he had like, I want to say 64,000 viewers. No. 64,000 subscribers. But he usually has like a couple, 100, maybe 150, a couple hundred viewers. It's pretty crazy. Think about it. Look, I have this guy like riding right on my butt. But I'm not going any faster. I'm not going to be pressured.
Williams 3137 says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you?
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says, Craig here. I watch another trucker that drives for Tyson Foods as well.
So, does the Tyson's food guy make a lot of stops? Like, there are three categories of driving live streams that I've noticed. One is the 18-wheelers. They're like all driving. One is like a DoorDash type person. I watched some DoorDash people that were really just one actually. But that's like constantly stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. So he can read the chat because he's stopped enough that he can catch up on what's going on in the chat. He doesn't have to listen. And then there's me. I'm kind of in the middle.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says, Craig here. No, he drives an 18-wheeler as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Like I'm in the middle of that. I have longer drives, less stops, but I'm not like, I'm not like constantly on the road like an 18-wheeler. I could never drive an 18-wheeler. I don't know how they do it. I watched some lady that drives an 18-wheeler. I think she lives in Pennsylvania, and she has a dog that rides with her. The dog's name is Teddy. This is how bad I am. I don't even know her name, but I know the dog's name is Teddy. And her channel is the name of her truck. And I can't think of it right now. The only name I can remember is the dog. That's kind of goofy.
At Kim and Craig 306 Heath 9 says, Craig here. It's fun to ride with them and chat like we do with you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just out on the road, man, doing their thing. You see some crazy stuff out here sometimes. I'm definitely getting like, the snow is, it's not a light snow. It's kind of like, maybe there's some sleet in it, maybe? I don't know. I kind of hear it hitting the windshield a little bit. The guy that I had behind me went away. I don't know if he pulled off the road or spun out. No, I feel like I would have noticed if the car behind me was spinning out. But he's gone. I don't know that they treated the roads last night. Usually before a snowstorm, you see those white lines in the road where they've like sprayed the brine. I guess it's brine at that point. It's not really salt. But I didn't see that on the roads this morning. Which makes me think probably need to be careful because it's not melting. It's not melting. Melting. Yeah, it's looking kind of snowy. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting out and putting air in the tire. Janet, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about that earlier, but the right, oh, look at this. There you go. Good luck. Have a nice day. I am going the speed limit, by the way, everybody. I'm not going slow. Just to... what was I going to say before I was rudely passed? What was I going to say? I was just starting saying something about, I was like, Janet, I don't know if you saw it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the tire. So there's a warning on the dash that tells me the right rear tire is low. It came on yesterday.
That says you're missing your chance to be Employee of the Month by not putting air in the tire.
Well, no, but wait a minute. I have a story behind this. So yesterday, because I have put air in the tires before, but yesterday the light came on my way back to the bakery, but it didn't say that. It didn't tell me which tire was low. It just said, I forget the exact word. It was something like tire pressure system, something or other. So it didn't talk about a specific tire. It said tire pressure system. So I thought maybe that means, and I looked at all the tires, they all looked okay. So I thought maybe that means there's something electrical that's broken. So I said something to Bob yesterday, and he said, oh, well, that's okay because Joe is coming to pick up the van tomorrow anyway at 8 o'clock, which is today, in an hour and a half. He's coming to pick up the van because we're going to get new tires. Apparently, the tires that are on the van have like 70,000 miles on them or something. Now, you might say, well, Craig, you're driving through slick roads, tires that are not good? Is that what you're saying? I think the tires are fine. But that's why I didn't put air in it yesterday, and then today it came on.
Craig 306.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. So today, it did tell me that. Today it came on like on my way down to Lenny's, the first delivery. It came on and it said it was the right rear. And I'm like, okay. Well, so I looked at that tire and it looks okay. But the only reason I'm not going to stop and put air in it is because it looks fine. So it's probably just when the temperatures drop significantly like they did yesterday, sometimes that makes, you got to put a couple of pounds in to bring it back up to the minimum. And that's probably the case here. But I'm not going to do that because they're in an hour and a half, they're going to be putting new tires on the van anyway. So kind of would be silly to stop and put air in. I get snow on myself. It would just not be good. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. See, we're sitting at the site right now. There's a car next to me. This would be my perfect cookie delivery moment. But I don't have any cookies yet. Lady was sitting over there minding her own business.
And Craig 306 Heath 9 says Craig here. When it's snowing though, it's better to have them low pressure though.
Ah.
At Don Williams 3137 says tire pressure sensor is annoying lol, I know when I have a flat.
No, I like that idea. Yeah, I'm keeping the light. That's it. I'm going with that. That's going to be my my excuse. I didn't put air in it because it's better to be low in snow. I like it. I like it. No, I think it's weird that that is 2 times now where something's happened in the van, and it happened to be, whoa. I think this road is probably very slippery. It looks slippery to me. It's 2 times now where something's come up. About what? The end of last week, I had one of the headlights went out, and I told Bob, you know, hey, we need to get a headlight replaced. And that was the very next morning. I was going to come and pick up for like a regular service, you know, like oil change and all that stuff, which I thought was kind of ironic. Like, hey, well, the light just went out and you already got the guy picking it up for service anyway. And then the same thing happened with this tire thing. It's weird. This is deer country back here. A couple days ago, I haven't pulled the video out.
Don Williams 3137 says 1 pound low will set it off, and it does fluctuate with weather condition.
Yeah, I think it because it came on yesterday, and yesterday was like a day when it dropped from like a 40-degree day down to a 17-degree day. So I'm sure that is what happened yesterday. The warning lights are annoying though. My car will actually tell me what the pressure is in the tire, so you can kind of like tell if you're driving along and it comes on and tells you that you need air in a tire. At least you know it's not 0 pressure or close to 0. You can tell that it's just like a couple of points below the recommended thing. I don't know if that's like salt. See how it like has a, I don't think there's salt on the road, but it had like a weird look to it. But I drove this. This is the route I drove several weeks ago when we had much worse road than this. I mean, I'm not worried about it, but I'm glad I didn't know that the tires had 70,000 miles on them the last time. I would have been freaking out. Not really. No, freak out. I don't actually freak out. The live streamer that I was watching yesterday, the channel is driving daily, 529 I think, but the channel name is in the description of this video. But he had to end up changing a starter in his car. Like, he knows how to do the work, but like in the middle of it, he works DoorDash, and in the middle of his day, his car was starting to act up, like it wasn't starting very well. And it sounded like the battery, but it turned out to be the starter. But he goes to like AutoZone, and I think they changed the battery first, but then it was still it was still making the same kind of noise. And they looked at it and said, "Oh, you actually need a new starter." And like, he live streamed the whole thing. So like, he just put he set the camera up next to the car, and he got under the car and replaced the starter. Like, it was insane. It was crazy. It's like better than any TV show you could have watched. That's the weirdest looking snow, isn't it? It's kind of like, looks more like sand. This was the spot. So we're about to go up a hill, and there was a car on the left-hand side here that I guess was coming down this hill and drifted off onto the left side there. I mean, they were like a good 30 or 40 feet off the road in that last snowstorm. I mean, I call it a snowstorm. It was really just like it was yucky. I think we got like maybe 3 or 4 inches that time. It's not really coming down anymore. One of these days I'm going to jump out and pull that stop sign over so you can see the 4 in the road sign. It's driving me crazy. Person's a little. See, this road looks like it was salted. What's that? How you want to do that? Salt truck? What do you think? It is. Salt truck. They don't mess around in Carroll County, Maryland. We'll give them credit. They do take care of the roads up here. Quick and efficient. Cows are out there eating. Do cows feel cold? Like, I mean, this isn't too bad, but I was thinking about that yesterday. That's below freezing by a lot. So, like, does a cow feel cold? Like, are they out there going, oh, I wish I could go inside? Or are they perfectly okay with it? Like, I don't know. Guess you've got to be a cow to know. Sometimes the video drops for a second when I'm going through this wooded area. There's our water tower off to the left. The beacon of the bakery. The bakery beacon. Wow, somebody laid a lot of salt down here. I'm going to park up here for a second and take the trays in, so I don't walk across the parking lot with. Look, you guys are going to be able to hear me when I'm walking through the bakery. Yeah, let me just do that real quick. Come back out. That way I don't have to carry the trays across the parking lot. All right, everybody stay low. Everybody stay low. We are in the bakery. We're in the bakery, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Hey there. Good morning. How are you? I'm good. Very good. I didn't want to really start up a conversation with anybody because, you know, if you don't know you're on a show, you know, it would be good. All right. Let's get this van parked and then we will wrap it up. It's probably not a legitimate move I'm making right here, but I do it anyway. You gotta do what you gotta do. I think it is supposed to snow a little bit for a few hours. So like this isn't going to turn into a major thing. All right, there's that.
Annette says, have a great day.
All right, you too. I'll be back tomorrow at 6. Everybody have a good day. Thanks for riding along. And yeah, till our next ride. Tomorrow at 6. It's a short ride tomorrow, usually an hour. But yeah, hope everybody has a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.